With a sixth place finish, Daryn Pittman ties Kyle Larson as the high point man from the prelim nights. You're going to start second on Saturday. How much better are you going to sleep tonight knowing you're on the front row of the Knoxville Nationals?
No, quite a bit. You know, obviously, the goal is always to put it in the show. I mean, there's obviously teams that come here expecting to win or contend for wins. We hope to, but, you know, I think it would be not truthful if we thought we actually come and contend or have a shot at starting on the front row. So I'm ecstatic about that. Obviously, I'd be lying if I said I'm not a little disappointed that we lost the tiebreak and didn't get the pole. But, man, front row, we got a great spot. Just got to keep working on our car a little bit. I mean, it's got a lot of speed. You know, to race with these guys, Rico and Larson and Gio and some of these guys, Macedo, we've got to get a little bit better. I felt like when I could really dictate where I wanted to, you know, to run in the A, my car was as good as anybody's, but trying to move around and pass guys, we struggled a little bit there. So all in all, just a great week so far. Started off with the Cappy being super solid, and then to be able to back it up here and come in and put together a 490 night is something that obviously we're pretty proud of.
You mentioned adjustments, so knowing you have 25 more laps on Saturday, how do you not only adjust the race car, but your mindset going into that race?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think we have to adjust our car a whole lot. We've got to make a few minor tweaks, and I don't think that we have to do a lot for the 50 laps. The racetrack has been really weird this year in that it's almost like it's wetter at the end of the night than it starts off. I mean, I think qualifying the last two nights have been the driest that the racetrack's been. So the moisture's there on the bottom, and it really seems to hold as soon as, you know, the sun goes down and it's awfully cool. Obviously, it's not humid, so it kind of surprises me that it doesn't dry off more, but obviously the cool temps, I think, help that. So my car was as good at the end of that 25 laps as it was at the beginning, and, you know, we'll kind of use that information to decide, you know, what we need to do at the halfway mark. But I don't see, you know, having to make any wholesale changes to go 50 versus 25.
You mentioned the moisture in the racetrack. A lot of other guys have mentioned that as well. So how much do you pay attention to what happens with the track tomorrow to be prepared for whatever you see on Saturday?
Truthfully, in my opinion, none. I'm not saying that's right, but to me, Friday is always the driest. I feel like the racetrack Friday night is, I think they start a little bit earlier. There's more cars time trial. There's more racing. To me, it's just not a track condition that even correlates over to Saturday. You go from Friday being the most laps that's on the racetrack to Saturday being the least. So we'll watch, enjoy watching a good show, try to learn if we feel like there's something that we can learn, but I definitely don't think we've ever really seen a Saturday A main that looks anything like the Friday, or not in very recent past.
And going back to your heat race, going 8-1, not many guys get to do that here at Knoxville. So how fun was that experience for you, and having a shot at a perfect night, even though it didn't work out for you?
No, absolutely. I mean, that was a blast. I mean, and I was really worried. I was mad the first start got called back. We went 8th to 4th, and obviously the goal is, I mean, I guess maybe it should be, but the goal is never to win the heat. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're starting 8th, you're quick time, you know, you're fastest in your heat race. You're just trying to transfer and keep yourself in a good position to start up front in the A and get locked into on Saturday. But so, I mean, the goal is running 4th, and then we got to 4th on the first green, and the yellow came out. I was really upset that we got put back to 7th, so I thought being on the inside was really going to hurt us. But, and you know, you just don't get breaks like that very often. You know, you get 4 cars in the first corner, you want to see it stay green. So I thought it was going to be tough to do it again, especially with Brad and James, and I mean, some of the guys that we had in the heat race were really good. So, but man, my car was just so good on the bottom of 1 and 2. I thought we could get off of turn 2 really, really good. Everybody else was a little bit afraid to get down there because it was so greasy. So it just felt like they left the track there for us. I went down there wide open, not knowing if it was going to stick or not stick, but I mean, went for the gamble and kind of found it first, and my car was really good and just gave us such a launch down the backstretch that we were pretty much able to just slide everybody going into 3-4 or kind of drive in front of them. So you don't get cars to drive like that very often, so when you do, it's a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.